What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a October reading wrap up. I only read 3.5 books in October. For those of you who don't know, I work 2 jobs and I just kind of read when I can. I usually read about 4 to 6 books a month. October was a pretty slow month for reading for me. The last book I did read in October was just kind of, I couldn't really get into it, so I kind of soft DNF'd it. I'm not going to include it in this video. Actually, if you watched my last video, then you already know it was Hidden Pictures by Rekulak. I just soft DNF'd it. It wasn't that it was a bad book or anything. I just really couldn't focus because I am thinking about quitting my second job, and so I just kind of had a lot on my mind and I just really couldn't get into it. So I did soft DNF it. I do want to finish it though because it does interest me, but just not right now. So let's get into the books that I did actually read so we don't have to be here for a long time. The first book I read was actually through the Kindle app, and it was called Work Husband by Octavia Grant. I gave this book 4 stars. I usually don't rate like novellas, well, not necessarily novellas, but the books that are like less than 50-ish pages, less than 60-ish pages, I'll say. I typically don't rate those like on a 5-star scale. I typically keep them on like a 3-star scale, but I did give this book 4 stars just because it really blew my mind. Like, I wasn't expecting the ending at all. But basically it follows a female main character who is in a sexual relationship with a male coworker. He has his own little family. I don't think they're married. I think it's just like baby mama. They got kids together. And then she is married to a man who was unfaithful to her. She wants to leave the marriage, but he doesn't want to divorce her. And I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to give anything else away. Just know she's crazy, she's delusional, and she's obsessed. And it's a really good read. I wasn't expecting the ending at all. Like, I knew she was off her rocker, but not like that. So yeah, I recommend it. 4 stars. Spicy. It does start off with a spicy scene. And I would also check trigger warnings if you can. Not a lot of people have read it. I think only like a few thousand people have read it. So I'm not sure if like trigger warnings are even posted for it online. But I would say check your trigger warning just because I do think there is like a scene in there that could trigger a certain demographic of people. So I would say check trigger warnings before you go into it. Then I read Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. This book was really good. I gave it 4.5 stars. And basically this book follows 2 dads who had 2 gay sons, and their sons were married. Someone kills their sons. It is on the back of the book, so not a spoiler. A black father, a white father, 2 dead sons, a quest for revenge and redemption. Basically, the 2 dads didn't really get along with their sons because they didn't agree with them being gay. They kind of pushed them away, or they like try to abuse the gay out of them as they were growing up. So they had like really strained relationships with their sons. Their sons had a daughter, but basically someone kills their sons and they're on the road to trying to find who did it because the police aren't really looking into it the way that they want the police to be looking into it, the way that anyone who loses a child that way would want the police to look into it. They feel like they aren't doing their job, so they take things into their own hands and they're on the road to find who did what they did to their sons. And it was a really good book. I cried, I was angry. It touches on like stereotypes, racism, sexuality, the stereotypes of sexuality, and just 2 dads having to come to terms with the fact that their children were gay men, and they were not only gay men but in a relationship with one another. They had a family, they lived a beautiful life, they had careers, friends who loved them. And I think that the story just talks about all of that really eloquently. It's very beautiful. The writing is really good. I can't wait to read more by him. I actually do have another book by him that I just purchased. It was after my book haul, but I do have Blacktop Wasteland by him, and I can't wait to read that because apparently I was supposed to read that first. I don't know if they're interconnected or not, but I am going to read that. But yes, I really recommend S.A. Cosby. This was the first book I ever read by him, and it was really good. Then I read When I Think of You by Myah Ariel. Hopefully the sun isn't washing it out, but this was also a really good book. I gave this 6 stars, And truly, I gave it 6 stars because this was the first female main character that I truly felt like was me. Like, I felt like I was this character. Like, you know, when we read books, we always put ourselves in the female's POV, but this was one of those books where I truly felt like I was her. So this is a second chance romance between our female main character Kalia and our male main character Danny. They went to college together, they dated in college, and something happened. Danny ended up breaking her heart a decade later, 10 years, and they run into each other at Kalia's job. Kalia works at a production company, and the production company is picking up a movie that Danny is working on. Danny comes from money, Kalia comes from not money. I don't think she was necessarily poor. It doesn't really necessarily harp on that, but Danny does come from money. His dad did work in the film industry. It basically talks about lineage and I guess the ups and downs of the production industry, working in the movie industry. Danny is a director. Kalia also wants to be a director. They worked on films in college together, which, you know, is kind of what drew them together. And I also love the format in which this book was written because it goes back and forth. When they're talking about the script, you can read the script and you see how it's written. And I used to go to school for media production, and so, you know, I've written scripts before for class assignments and things like that. And so I thought that was really cool. I thought it was really unique. I also like at the end she includes recommended readings and viewings, and she has things like, if you've read Real by Kennedy Ryan, watch Love Jones. Love Jones is one of my favorite movies. It's literally probably top 3 for me. If you've read 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, watch Love and Basketball, another one of my favorites. And just things like that. I thought that was really unique. Instead of like musical playlists that some books use, she did movies and books, and I thought that was just really unique. Again, beautiful writing. I love the main character. Danny Prescott is adorable. I could literally picture him. And Kalia is me. Like, she's literally me. And this was the first book that I've read where I truly felt connected to a female main character. So then to end off October, I finished off the month with my first Freida McFadden read, and that was The Coworker. This book I gave 3.75 stars, only because I kind of guessed everything that was going to happen. Nothing really shocked me. I mean, it did shock me because it's like, oh wow, I was right, but it didn't shock me in the fact, like in the sense of, oh wow, that is shocking. You know what I mean? But this was really good. This follows, I can't remember her name. This follows Natalie. Natalie has a coworker named Dawn, and one day she comes to the office and Dawn is not there, and so you basically just follow Natalie as she discovers what could have possibly happened to Dawn, and you follow the story. I don't really know how to tell y'all anything about this book without spoiling it, so I'm just gonna stop there. And yeah, I gave it 3.75 stars. Still a really good book. And I really want to read more by Freida McFadden. I have 2 more books by her. I have Never Lie. You know, if you've seen my book haul. Actually, no, you don't, because they weren't in there. I have Never Lie and I have The Inmate. And so I can't wait to read those. I heard Never Lie is really good. So that is it for this really quick October reading wrap up. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to include my November TBR in this book. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm going to include my November TBR in this video. I probably will though, just because it's so short. Let's go ahead and hop over that way and get into that portion of the video. So now we're in the TBR portion of today's video. I decided that I wanted to do the alphabet generator picks my TBR. Whatever letter pops up, if I have a book that starts with that letter or an author that starts with that letter, then I'll choose those books. I'm going to choose 7 books. Just because I do have a video plan that I do want to record, and the bulk of those books will be read during that video. I don't want to give it away, but hopefully the bulk of those books will be read during that video. And then I'm going to choose, so it'll be 3 for that video and probably 4 just for the month of November. And so yeah, let's get into it. B. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna choose this one. I'm gonna do Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I've been really looking forward to reading this book, so I think I am gonna choose this one instead of Butcher and Blackbird. I've been looking forward to Butcher and Blackbird too, but I really want to read something with a vampire in it, and so I think I'm gonna do Bride by Ali Hazelwood. For our second one, okay, I think I'll go ahead and do As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. I'm really enjoying this series. Both books I've given 5 stars, so I don't expect anything less with Miss Pip and all of her wittiness. All right, our third book. Oh, it's spinning. H. We're getting a lot of mystery and thriller. H is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. This is like an Amityville horror spin, haunted, possessed house type vibe. Now we're going for book 4. Okay, R. You know what? I'm gonna change Home Before Dark. I'm cheating a little bit. I'm gonna put Home Before Dark back, and I'm gonna do Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. Like I told y'all, I did soft DNF this last month in October, but I do really want to finish this book, so I think I am gonna give this another try in November. So we're gonna add this back to the physical TBR. Okay, so now we're looking for an R, which I do not have. Actually, I do. Maybe November will be the month that we finally get into The Rage of Dragons. I'm gonna hold it this way. This is a revenge plot. The main character's name is Tao, I believe. And basically, it's a whole revenge plot. It's Game of Thrones meets Gladiator. We've talked about this. I'm very excited for this book. And I do think that November should be the month that I get into it, because that's my birthday month. And not only is that my birthday month, this is probably my most like anticipated read. I've been putting this one off because I just know it's going to be good. So we're on to book 5. P. I have the perfect. Oh, wait. No, I don't know. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Okay, let me show you my options. For the letter P, we have People We Meet on Vacation, which if you watch my last video, apparently it's called People We Meet. People We Meet on Vacation. The Partner Plot by Christina Flores. And The Poppy War by R. Plonk. I'm really stuck between these two because I feel like everything else is so like heavy besides Bride. Yeah, let's do The Partner Plot. Switch it up a little bit. So that was our 5th book. Now we're on to number 6. What just happened? Okay, well, I don't know what just happened, so we're gonna spin again. Immortal Dark it is. I was actually hoping that I did get this one because I want to read this for my birthday weekend where I'm off. This is one of the books that I want to read during that weekend, so I was actually hoping that I got I. This is about vampires, another revenge trope. She's trying to find what happened to her sister. And she thinks that a vampire has something to do with it, or a certain vampire has something to do with it. I'm excited to get into this one. November hopefully will be a great reading month. Hopefully. So yeah, Immortal Dark. Last pick, last spin. F. Is November gonna be the month that I read all of my vampire books? That's what it looks like. All right, so I guess we'll be wrapping it up with Fledgling at some point during the month of November. I am recording this. It is currently November 3rd right now. So will I get through all 7 of these? Probably not. But my goal is to get through at least a good bulk of them during my birthday weekend when I'm off. And then I will be off for Thanksgiving and everything. So even though I will be spending time with family, I do hope to still get through some of these books. So yeah, I guess let's do a recap real quick before we end things. Oh wait, I didn't even tell y'all what the book is about. This basically follows a 53-year-old vampire who is trapped in a 10-year-old body, and she wakes up one day and she just doesn't have any memory. And so that's all I know about this book. And I guess as she goes throughout her day-to-day life, she is figuring things out piece by piece. For some reason, I didn't finish my thought in my last video, but apparently this was supposed to be a series, but Octavia Butler actually passed away before the series was, I guess, finished. I'm still gonna read it because I have heard great things about it. So yeah, Fledgling is on the TBR. We have Immortal Dark by Tigist Germa. Can't wait to read this. Such a beautiful book. The Partner Plot by Christina Flores. The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. Our thick one. Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. And Bride by Ali Hazelwood. So yeah, you guys, I am excited for November. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good reading month as far as books that I'm excited for. What books are you guys reading for the month of November? If you have any recommendations for me, or if you've read any of these books, let me know how you felt about them. No spoilers, of course, because we don't do spoilers over here. Let me know how you felt about them. Let me know how you rated them, if you enjoyed them. If you have any other recommendations by these authors, please let me know, because like I said, I read anything and everything. So if you tell me it's good and you truly believe in your heart of hearts that it's a good book, let me know, because I'll read it. So yeah, we got our November TBR. And you also got to see what I read in October. So I guess we're done here. I'm on a roll. We're getting the videos out. So thank you guys for watching my video. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, because since you are subscribed, that throws you into and entering to win a book from me when I reach 500 subscribers. When I reach 500 subscribers, somebody's gonna win a book. Might be you, could be you, who knows? You should subscribe, find out. That is it, book besties. Hopefully I will see you guys soon with another video, and hopefully when we get to the end of November, all these books have been read. I think this is my biggest physical TBR that I've picked for the month before. I usually only just like mood read and just pick them off the shelf. So we'll see if I can stick to my TBR or if I'm gonna go back to mood reading. So yeah, I'm gonna take some thumbnails now. Bye.